Hey guys, Levy Freeman here, and today we're playing some more Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich mod. And earlier today I realized that, I guess some people were commenting on my videos, and I had enabled approved comments or some shit after I was getting some spam about, hot and ready girls, 18, click this link or whatever, spamming on my shit. So I put everything on approved only. And I didn't realize all these comments are going into to comment jail, and I wasn't getting notifications for it. So if I haven't responded to your comment, that's why. So I just realized that today, and I approved a bunch of comments. So there's that. I'm not a YouTuber really, so I don't really know how to use YouTube. So it is what it is. I saw some people were asking for various United States stuff, and some guy asked for Carlist, Spain, and someone else wanted to do Germany, East Asia. So, I mean, we can do that. Germany, East Asia, I think someone also asked for Middle Africa. So the problem with Germany, East Asia, Middle Africa is that they're like Reichspakt puppets, or German puppets, and Germany tends to get squished real fast. And I'm pretty sure if other countries have war score against you when Germany capitulates, then they can just take you in that peace deal and you can just get a game over. So it can be pretty annoying to play those countries. We could give those a go, maybe. But I think I was planning on doing some Civil War stuff anyways, and I haven't played in Spain in a real long time. So maybe we'll just do the Carlistas. Of course, as Spain is going to be reworked soon anyways, so it is what it is. I guess they weren't happy with it, so they'll probably rework it. Except we'll throw in a bunch of annoying decision mini games probably that you'll have to deal with. But let's try for the Carlistas today, I guess. I have played the Carlistas before. There have been nerfs I saw in some patch notes to the Spanish focus tree post Wall Creek 2, I believe. I think some of these aren't as strong as they were before. I'm not sure though. Not sure specifically what was done. Obviously, we won't be staying as the kingdom, though. We will be going as the Carlistas, and we're never going to get to see this focus tree. This focus tree is going to be for Republicans or the Spanish kingdom or Republican Spain. So unless there's been changes, and there might have been, when you start off as Kingdom of Spain, you have this internal problem that you're going to have to deal with, and you've got Javier starting shit, and the unions are mad, and you're setting up for your civil war basically, right? And then you can either, if you're really lucky, you can avert it, and I think there's a path you can go down over here for diplomacy, where you can try and avert the civil war and stay as a kingdom if you want to. Which, if you want to help Germany win, might be something that you would like to do, but that's not the case here. So let's just go ahead and take stock of our country. Then we got a couple garrisons over here in the Canary Islands, or Morocco. So what we got here? So we are Alfonso, the 13th year, I guess, of Bourbon, and we have no modifiers on there. We are authoritarian Democrat with a 47% party popularity, which is not too bad. We are occupying Gabon and Morocco. We have pretty high compliance there, though. Are they resisting? They're not resisting. So that's that. We get this slice of Morocco over here. And we get some islands over here. I think these are the Canary Islands, and we get the Rio de Oro over here. So you have a couple colonies, and you get I guess these islands over here in the Mediterranean as well. Balearic Islands. So you get a couple colonies, nothing too special, but you get some. We're a volunteer, limited conscription, 2.5%, expert focus, toaster economy, and we're getting some political power gain, resource gain. Monthly opinion factor. These guys are okay. I mean, they're not awful. Our political power right now is a little bit shit though. We'll talk about that in a minute. I think our natty spirits have something to do with that, if I remember correctly. And we're going to be switching over to the Carlistas. We'll look at that when we get to the Carlistas. That's not going to be relevant for the point in time that we're going to be playing. So starting army. As Kingdom of Spain, if you're wondering if you want to play Kingdom of Spain, of course we are not. Actually, we'll get to that later. I've had a couple drinks. I'm getting ahead of myself. Natty spirits. First of all, we have fractured society. We have political power cost plus 0.5, approval population negative 20%, stability minus 20%. So that sucks. And we have memories of the Republic. Minus 0.5 again, political power gain, division recovery rate minus 10, and stability minus 10. So I guess we're getting pretty fucked up there in terms of that. There's, I guess, some flavor here, which I guess we can read. The prevalence of radical ideologies and political violence in Spain has led to popular fear and individual isolation. Many are afraid to even interact with neighbors and old friends. No society can function in this fashion. On August 11th, 1932, the Spanish Republic came to an end, but the Republic lives on in the hearts of many Spaniards. While many malcontents harbor Carlist or socialist sentiments, many political moderates even, especially among military officers, wish to see the end of the incumbent Spanish monarchy. So you have like a bunch of like dirty Democrat opponents. Like that kind of sucks, doesn't it? Okay, so decisions. We have ease up on conscription. I guess we don't even have enough war support to support volunteer only, so that's pretty rough, isn't it? And we have the usual fixers. Intelligence agency, we don't have one. We're not going to make one because we'll be tag switching. Researches, we have 3 research slots, and we have 1936 Mausers. Nothing else in this tab, but we do have 1936 guns. That's nice. Engineers and recon. We have the light tank. We have artillery. We have no doctrine. I don't think we're required to choose, but I guess we can't really see our focus at this point in time. But I don't remember being forced to choose. Ship designs. We have. So we're up to date on submarine technology. We are up to date in torpedo technology. We have the contact mines. We do not have transports, so there are no naval invasions available. We have level 2 improved light guns. We have no capital gunnery. We have the first ammunition upgrade. We have the revived armored cruiser and like the up-to-date destroyer and cruiser hulls. No heavy ships, no carriers. No naval doctrine. We have a naval bomber and strategic bomber, and otherwise intra-war. We have no air doctrine. We have no engineering, and we have no industry. If I remember correctly, the text that you research over here as Kingdom of Spain, you get as the Carlistas when you switch over. It's like the American Civil War. Diplomacy. So we have some people who like us, people who don't, based on their ideology. We don't really have any treaties. Trade. So we have 63 steel, which is like an alright amount. 7 tungsten, 2 aluminum. Otherwise, we've got that's what we got. That's what we got. And of course, if we're not at war with the Commune of France, we have trades for pretty much whatever we want through land. Like a lot of stuff we can get through land. Otherwise, if we decide to join the war against the Commune of France, we're going to have some issues with getting stuff over. So that's a bit of a problem. Of course, there's also Portugal over here, and we will have access to trade with Portugal, and Portugal has quite a bit of tungsten. So if you want to play medium tanks, it's probably a good choice over here as any Spanish faction, really. Of course, if you decide to go CNT-FAI and you are in the Internationale, you can also trade for France. And France is going to have a lot of steel and a lot of aluminum for you too, if you want to do that. That's not going to be this game. We're not doing that though. Templates. We have Division Organica over here. 18 with infantry, 18 with infantry with support artillery, 12 with mountaineer, 18 with militia, 12 with infantry, 14 with cavalry with a light tank, 20 with infantry with a light tank, and an armored division. So these are all like the pretty default templates. There's nothing really all that exciting in there. These guys, this. And these guys can be the rifle. Let's make sure we're not duplicating our division symbols over here. And logistics, we are at a deficit of rifles. We have not enough guns. So let's check what we got here. Alright, so you get a real mishmash of units here. So you start with 1, 12 with the garrison, 8, 18 with infantry, 3 infantry, 18 with the support artillery, 1, 18 with infantry with the light tank stacked on the side for 20 width, a bunch of these militia units, 5 militia units, 18 width, 1 12 with mountaineers, and 1 cavalry with a tank. So there you go. Not a bad starting army, all things considered, but also a real mishmash of units you got there. And we looked at that stuff already. So up here, we're making 0.99 political power per day, which means you will be negative as soon as you click national focus. Of course, national focus costs 1. We have 47% party popularity, not bad. 20% stability, which is pretty shitty. 0% war support, which is as low as it goes. So like there you go. Manpower is like a little bit light for this type of country. We are of course on volunteer only, and we're taking some hits. And we have 30 factories, so decent sized economy. I mean, it's not really comparable to like the other majors, but 30 factories puts you clearly in the regional power slot. Definitely not a minor. Fuel use, we have no fuel natural. Obviously, we checked in the resource tabs, we would know that. And we have 105.6k. It's like pretty average starting stockpile. 66 convoys and the usual zeros over here. So national focus, like obviously the first thing we're going to do is come over here and we're going to try and strengthen the kingdom. That's the only one we can do anyways. We're getting 100 political power, and that's probably actually not going to help us at all. And because we're not going to focus on diplomacy, we might want to focus on the economy, or we can focus on the military here. Madrid adds 4 land fort. So like the way this is split up, like if you watch, like over here, right? It's like this will give you the economy focus, it'll give you some extra factory output. That will help Kingdom of Spain. Research bonus for industry, that's kind of neutral because you'll get the tax when you tag switch over. And then Madrid, Old Castile, and Catalonia. It's like every faction will get 1 factory from that focus. And then this will give you an additional pretty good national spirit. Kind of same deal over here. Except this will also fortify Madrid. Will make Madrid a little bit harder to take. 4 land forts, pretty rough. I think I'm probably just gonna go down, focus on the economy route, and we'll see how things play out for there. So research is like you share tech, and you don't want to be behind with the other guys over here. So we're gonna pick up the light tank. We'll get the machine tools. And we'll get the electromechanical engineering, I guess. So we'll roll out with that. Military factories. Like, I mean, none of the stuff like really matters because we're going to be tag switching. We could just not build anything, but like that's a little bit unfair, isn't it? It's like I think we'll play like we'll do something like that. Like we'll try and make like an actual game of it. I'm not going to cheese it, so like. Something like that would be reasonable. And I'm just not going to touch our starting. I'll give them 1 factory and light tank because we do have some light tank available. This says support equipment. Of course, we have no template for it, so we'll like cancel the support equipment line. And we'll put 1 in light tank for them, and like you'll roll out like that. This is like maybe even 2 in light tank. This is something like if I was going to play this war and we had these divisions, like I would probably like roll out with something similar to that. Like I would probably get support equipment in anticipation of like putting those in our templates, but it is what it is. Like we'll go and try and play fair, and like I'll set it up like normal. And let's take a look at our navy. We'll just merge that together and have them dock at I don't know wherever, Gibraltar, sure. So we do have like looks like we have some navy. We'll take a look at that after it merges together, and we do have like a bunch of fighters. Pretty decently sized air force actually compared to like a couple other countries. What is that? So we have 75 fighters, 75 attack bombers, and 50 strategic bombers. And then we'll build. I guess we'll build up our own territory here in the Carlist first. I think Leon's probably the best one. I think those sneaky bastard Portuguese can seize Galicia, so you want to stay away from that maybe. So we'll build some factories here. We'll get ourselves a military factory, and we'll roll out like that. I'll just leave the starting divisions where they are. I won't touch them. And in terms of conscription, I don't think we want to take our stability any further, so we'll just click that, I guess. The Kingdom of Spain. The The kingdom of Spain, once the greatest of the colonial empires, she saw all of her remaining overseas colonies lost after a swift war against the USA in 1898. After this, separatist movements in both the Basque Country and Catalonia arose, and both the church and the radical workers' movement, the CNT, are interfering in her internal politics. Spain's populace has become deeply divided. After taking his place on the throne in 1902, King Alfonso XIII seemed keen on regaining Spain's former status as a colonial power by intervening in Morocco. The intervention lasted for a whole decade, and the outcome, while a victory, was not exactly in favor of Spain. Her Moroccan possessions remained a source of permanent unrest. Spain turned in on herself afterwards, remaining neutral during the Weltkrieg, all while the populace's faith in the King Alfonso faded. As a result of the general elections of 1931, the Second Spanish Republic was proclaimed, and Alfonso, accepting the will of his people, went into exile. However, the Republic lasted only a short while. The kingdom was restored by coup d'etat led by General Sanjurjo just a year later. Still, the memories of a short-lived failure that was the Spanish Republic fueled the regime's opponents left and right. To date, there remain deep divisions within Spanish society. On one hand, the resurgent Carlist movement, headed by Alfonso Carlos, aims to re-establish the true dynasty and recreate an integralist Christian monarchy. On the other, the anarcho-syndicalist CNT-FAI seeks the abolition of the Spanish state altogether, and to replace it with a voluntary federation of communes and economic collectives. If the political split is not mended, Spain might even see a civil war. And they will. Of course they will see a civil war. That's like Kaiserreich, right? And you get a civil war, and you get a civil war, and you get a civil war. Woo! That's how she goes in Kaiserreich, isn't it? Let us prevail. Let us prevail gives us a negative stability hit. It's like, that's wonderful. That's not going to help us prevail at all. There goes our boy Kerensky. Alright, so Navy, what do you get here? You get 2 battleships, 6 light cruisers, 17 destroyers, and 16 subs. And it looks like these are mostly well-crewed ships. We have a couple improved cruisers with some level 2 stuff, some level 1 stuff. So that's not bad. We have a couple improved destroyers here with the nice. Even got 2 level 2 guns and a depth charge. That's a pretty nice destroyer for starting destroyers. And we have one over here with a mine-laying rails. You don't see this too often in your starting ships. We get mine-laying rails and a depth charge and like some level 1 stuff. So that's not too bad. And we get a bunch of improved subs, a couple different classes. It looks like level 1 torpedoes. Level 1 torpedoes. So it looks like they're the same. They just have a different class. This only has 1 torpedo tube. So like our starting navy is pretty shitty, but at least we have improved hulls for like a lot of the stuff as opposed to Weltkrieg. Alfonso Carlos de Bourbon dies. Alfonso Carlos, Duke of Saint Jaime and the Carlist claimant to the throne of Spain, died today in Vienna at the age of 86. He died a natural death, so his passing should have put an end to the problem of Carlist succession. As the current king, Alfonso XIII is now the head of the Capetian dynasty. The last head of the Carlist community in Spain, Duke Javier de Bourbon-Parma, was designated instead by the Duke as his rightful heir. Carlist must be plotting something. Oh, well, yes we are. Yes we are. So this is going to be a bit dull for a while. You're just going to click on some things, wait for things to go up, and then we will have our Civil War. Oh, we got a hint here. Non-moving fleets on hold in coastal areas can block straits, but they can be spotted by divisions. Oh, Javier's ambitions to the throne. Following his recent diplomatic successes abroad, Carlist leader Javier has given another speech. He uses his succession to claim himself more suited to run this country than King Alfonso. So I guess we get a bunch of I don't know. I don't want to make things too easy for myself. I think probably just ignoring him is probably the neutral option, so we'll just ignore him. Brack Monday. Will our economy go to shit? Probably. It wouldn't be Kaiserreich if your economy didn't get tanked in the first few months of the game, would it? Just usual stock events here. Black Monday hit Spain. The Spanish economy has been tied to the Germany since the end of the Weltkrieg. Since France and England's defeat, a good portion of our economy is centered around exporting materials and goods to the German markets. As such, we can expect a flood of layoffs and closings. Our political foes will undoubtedly use this to their advantage. We did not need this. No, we did not. Ooh, Marshal Wu Peifu has backed Nanjing. That's a good choice for him usually. Nanjing usually leaves their city open and dies immediately. It looks like in the time we have time it took to pan over to even see this, they've already done that. CNT-FAI. The anarcho-syndicalist union of the CNT-FAI are one of the greatest threats to His Majesty's government. Yesterday, Joaquin Morin Julia, a leader in the movement, made a speech entitled "My Heroes," in which he stated the CNT will attempt to organize all laid-off workers in an effort to save the country's economy. So we get a bunch of shit happening over here. It doesn't really matter. Like, I'll just pick, like, if I was playing as Kingdom of Spain, probably I would want to arrest. Like, I'd want to do one of these things maybe. This seems like the least shitty one over here. We'll just arrest their leaders. I'm not sure exactly if those, like, what impact those events have. Oh, Nanjing actually encircled, or Nanjing clique encircled Nanjing. Okay, and here comes Shandong clique. So that's harsh. Will Nanjing clique pull it out this time? Like I said, usually Anking is pretty favored in that war, but I have seen Nanjing win before, and I have seen Shandong win before. Left Kuomintang is like a bit of a long shot. Alright, so we've done that. Let's focus on the economy. So some usual events that happen. CNT-FAI protests. CNT-FAI supporters have taken to the streets to protest their government's policies. Okay. Arresting leaders of the CNT-FAI. Our police moved to arrest leaders of the CNT-FAI, but we have found none. There must be a rat in our police. Leaders are probably underground or out of the country. I guess this would probably be the option we would pick here. Gives us a terror in the night, which is that's a good one. Breakdown of our society. The bickering of both leftist and traditionalist fanatics have been driving the Spanish people into a frenzy, and the sustained economic crisis following Black Monday has poured gasoline onto the embers. Several political groups have called for open protests against our reign. This is not going to end well. Indeed, it is not going to end well. So maybe we want to start in their doctrine. Like, maybe we should go mobile. Purifier's power is not bad either. Of course, if you do that, then everyone else is going to have that doctrine, aren't they? I think we can go mobile. Let's pick up mobile warfare. Get the TPO 1936 model. Oh, Stephen X. Is that Priestess from Goblin Slayer? For the Moirek mod? Good luck, Your Holiness. I'm pretty sure that is that character. I don't know. Authoritarian Dem. I'm not sure if that character really fits with Authoritarian Democrat though. I guess we'll see. I don't watch like a whole lot of anime. Like I've seen a couple ones. Like I'm not always sure who these characters are, but I have seen Goblin Slayer, which is I don't know. It is what it is. I thought it was alright. I can understand why some people don't like it though. Build rifles. So you know, we built one in our territory. Like we'll be fair. We'll build one over here in Madrid, and we'll try and build one over here in Catalonia. We'll see how that goes. Like we won't stack the deck in our favor. Catalonia 70 infrastructure. That's bullshit. I think we just go for the old concentrated industry there. Of course, like when you tag switch, if you're playing a tag switch country, you won't have any production efficiency to retain anyways, because your lines usually reset to scratch. Which makes dispersed industry like a little bit pointless. Let's see here. So, a new construction. That'll be 70 days. Maybe we want to hold off on that, like a bank's political power or something. I know we'll just do it. Like I think there's like, it's kind of pointless to rush because that would also benefit the AI. So we'll just do this. If you're going to play Kingdom of Spain, you probably want to use that focus a bit more intelligently, though. Like maybe hold political power for a bit. Bombing. Last night, one of our commanders was killed in a bombing incident. Harsh. Alright, so we got the TPO. Let's see here. Get tools, production efficiency, get construction. So like, there's like a couple things you need to consider here when you're playing these Civil War countries. Like, yes, you will tag switch and you will need to like actually win the Civil War, but on the other hand, you also kind of need to prepare yourself for after, when you'll need to win the Wall Creek 2, right? You're planning on beating the Civil War before Wall Creek 2 starts, so you can actually help out if you're playing as Carlist. Carlists are the Entente Spain. So you would want to be helping out the Entente. It's like you would need to build yourself up after. It's like you don't really want to neglect your industry. So probably better to pick that. And of course, because everyone shares technology, then you know, it's on par. Like everything you get over here before you tag switch is also going to apply to Catalonia and Kingdom of Spain, obviously. If you want to be really cheesy, I've seen it where you give someone like just before the tag switch happens and you click the event, you like change all the researches over to like worthless stuff, like things that'll take way longer than the war will take, to just like completely fuck over the AI. I think that's pretty cheesy, so I'm not gonna do that. But you know, if you were really trying to win, then you know, maybe that's something you can consider. And of course, if you're really trying to win, you would spend all your time building up the north for the territory that you know you're gonna have. Carlist protests. Supporter of the Carlist movement has taken to the streets to protest our government, calling our recent policies godless. We will disperse them. I think it'd be pretty cool if Kaiserreich had like an integralist faction, you know? You like the two Sicilies, you get these guys over here with Carlist Spain, you get Portugal, you get Empire of Brazil. You know, just like, you know, the good guy faction, you know, extreme Christianity. Or, I guess it'd be Catholicism, right? Extreme Catholicism gang. That'd be a cool faction to have. Yeah, we'll switch your line over. I mean, I probably would if I was playing. So we'll see a T36. Of course, if you want cheese too, you probably like delete all your divisions before you tag switched over, or you'd like switch them all to like a shitty template, like militia or something like that, to make yourself easier. But like I said, I think to be fair, I'm just not going to touch this. I'm not going to train anything, but I'm also not going to touch this. So they will have their stock starting army that they would be expected to have. Yourselves little consumer goods, help us out a little bit against that the Black Monday. Yeah, so I think if you wanted to play Kingdom of Spain, actually, probably you want to come down to focus on the military branch. It's probably the stronger one for trying to win the Civil War. Either that or the economy branch. But fortify Madrid, like you probably do not want to attack into a level 4 land fort province. Like, be pretty annoying. Of course, the AI can always just walk out of Madrid and just give it to you for free. I mean, that happens. Coup d'etat in Algiers. So it looks like Henry Mordac. Henri Mordac has the bear over there has overpowered Philippe Pétain. Carlist protests. Some more shit. It's like their stabilities go right in the gutter, isn't it? Alright, boys. Bet nods. What do we think here? Maybe let's not go for that second one. Let's pick up, I don't know, machine tools. Probably machine tools. Get trucks, too. Let's get trucks. Try and use that research bonus for, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go unedged. Nedged usually wins. I'll put my money on Nedged. And what happened over here? And King actually lost to Nanjing. Wow. There you go. I guess I look like a dumbass now, don't I? So they have actually managed to pull that out. So that's nice for Marshal Shi, isn't it? Nice for him. I'm gonna go for Nedged. So I'll look dumb again if Jabal Shamar wins, but we'll put our money here on Nedged. Oh, and it looks like they're pretty close. This is pretty good for Nedged. Looks like they're gonna circle a good part of the Shamar army. Like, there's at least 3 divisions in there, and you don't get that much as Jabal Shamar in the first place. Oh, Mustafa Kemal got shot. Uh-oh. We'll have to check the Ottomans, see if there is actually a hidden focus tree. Looks like the Shamaris broke their encirclement. Oh, they lost Hale. I think Shamar is pretty fucked here. Like I said, I think the Saudis have like a more interesting path over here. They can do they come down Land of Faith over here and fulfill our destiny, and you can like attack all these people. It just seems like a more interesting game than playing as Jabal Shamar, which we just did. More Carlist protests. So jobs for the people. And you get a job, and you get a job, and you get a job. Curses! Fuck! Another commander got killed. I wonder if that actually kills our commanders. So we have Francisco Franco, Bohemond. Nedged won, so that's nice. We got Camilo Alonso Vega over here. So this guy's like alright. He's got Trickster. If you get him like a train trade, you get Improv Expert. That's pretty cash money. Carlos Asensio Cabaniles. Like, these are pretty interesting picks for like the anime art, because like a lot of these I think are Girls and Panzer characters, which is like an anime I have watched a lot of. But like these aren't like that uniform is for like the Spanish school, like what is it, Blue Division High or whatever it is. Girls and Panzer is like pretty fun. I recommend that you watch it if you haven't seen it already. But like a lot of these girls are not from that school. They just stuck them in that uniform. So like that's a bit odd. Whatever. Of course, also Girls and Panzer characters, if you're into that, like you get what is it? This is the two girls from BC Freedom. They're always fighting with each other. Are Pétain and Mordac, which I guess makes sense. That's fitting. So we have more military factories we built already. We'll do another round over here. So we'll build another one in Leon. We'll build one in Madrid, and we'll build one in Catalonia. Huey Long. Yeah. So we have Logistics Wizard. I mean, like, that's okay. Like, I'm not sure who we're gonna get as the Carlistas. I think you get different generals, if I remember correctly. Tools. This will help Kingdom of Spain more than us, obviously, because they'll already be at full production efficiency. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just gonna grab some more alcohol. Oh, Republicans win in Brazil. That's nice, isn't it? Alright, so we got a new Grand Vizier over here. Prince Sabahattin, leader of the HIF. And that has not flipped their tree. No, they did. They did flip their tree. There is a hidden tree. Those bastards. Fuck. So I guess we could have had this tree if we played on the Ottoman team. And you got some other stuff over there. So I guess there you go. So I guess the Ottoman is a bit more deep, and they've hidden a lot of your tree on you. So there's that. I'm not sure if that's a Federation route, though. I guess we'll have to see what happens over there. Jobs for the people. Let's see here. I guess let's keep going. It's good for people to have jobs. They're not unemployed. Italian government falls. Interesting. Mexico has gone to war against Yucatan. So these guys go, Senarchist this time. So we might see them intervene in the Second American Civil War. Try and get their, try and claim Texas and like some other stuff. There you go. We got Concentrated Industry 2. Pick up our next constructions tech. East Turkestan has capitulated. So I don't remember exactly when the Spanish Civil War breaks out. Like, I think this is like, it's after the American Civil War, so it's got to be like late 37, early 38. Or like maybe there's a stability trigger. I really can't remember. It's like, I'm sorry about that, boys. Let's rally the kingdom. Can't do that until the Spanish Civil War is over. So we have no focus that we can select at this current point in time. Quite a lot of guns. So Kingdom of Spain will probably be in a pretty good spot. They get to keep the stockpile, right? So we have probably more rifles than we do. It's always like a bit of an advantage to have that. Like if you don't tag switch, like you do get a slight advantage as MacArthur when you play the American Civil War. You get an advantage as Kingdom of Spain. You get that production efficiency. You get your stockpile. You have a more efficient use of your research slots. For mech computing. I was gonna try and pick stuff that's neutral, like that's not gonna, I guess this will benefit the Kingdom of Spain more than us, but we'll need that eventually, anyways. Like we will want that tech when the game starts to go along. I actually are getting some decent political power now. It's like maybe I would probably do a police crackdown if I was gonna try and play for Spain. Help our stability get up. Like, we can't change any of these laws anyways, so you might as well, right? Carlist protests. So October 1937, I guess, is when we're expecting to have it. That's there's Civil War II, Electric Boogaloo. Like maybe we'll just use this to bump some of these technologies, make sure maybe we get mechanical computing too, that'd be nice. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I feel like another 7 months. Another like 210 days. So maybe we actually do want to pick something then. Get fuel storage out of the way. Philippines went democratic. Alright. Good for them. Alright. Who are we thinking? Who are we gonna pick here, boys, for the 2 ACW? You know what? I'm gonna go with our boy Huey. I think Huey's gonna have a good game this game. This has been harder to predict than usual. Like I think CSA usually wins a lot of the time, but if the Entente helps out, sometimes PSA wins. But I'm gonna go for the dark horse here, and I'm gonna throw my weight here behind our boy the Long Dong. See if he can pull it out. International. Like, we'll see how. Like, it looks like CSA got a bunch of guys cut off over here. So if MacArthur can take Baltimore and can kind of connect these areas over here, maybe he'll do okay. Of course, the USA has just such large front lines to cover, and like the AI usually just does not handle it that well. Our king has a stroke. In the early morning, King Alfonso XIII suffered a serious stroke. His doctors are caring for him, but the outcome is unknown. Oh, and the Carlists are protesting. How dare the king fuck up? How dare he have a stroke? I got this. We'll do like another round of military factories again. Bombing. Alfonso is in a coma. While the current condition of his majesty is stable, he has not yet regained consciousness. The king is in a coma. It is unknown whether or not he will ever recover from this travesty. Our political enemies are demanding action be taken to the government of Spain forever. We will do nothing. The king is not dead. Alright, there we go. So we're gonna get like our actual so it's unfortunate this stuff didn't finish. We have a couple days before that does though, like 13 days. It's like we'll at least get that fuel storage tech, and I probably should have bumped maybe construction now that I think about it, but so we'll let this run out to make sure we get that fuel. We'll get the technology that we can get, and then we'll tag over to the Carlistas. Okay, we got fuel storage. So I'll read these events here, I guess. CNT Uprising, an unprecedented week of unrest in Catalonia and Andalusia has left these regions dominated by anarchy. State power has broken down. Civil guard garrisons have been massacred. Private plantations and factories have been collectivized by armed workers, and the clergy have been forcibly driven out. And we have Carlist Uprising. Disaster! Carlists and the armed forces have united with the remnants of the Requetes to seize control of the northern Spain. Carlist political organizations are taking over state authorities, the rural clergy are mobilizing the masses, and the Pretender has flown into Burgos to proclaim the beginning of a second Reconquista to reclaim Spain for a truly Catholic dynasty. Let's long live Javier 1. We will play as the Carlistas. Alright, so we're Carlist Spain now. Navy, we got none. Air Force, we got none. Army, we got none. So I think maybe we'll get like an event that spawns some militias for us. Like, I hope. So we don't just die immediately. So, focus tree. So it looks like we are locked out until we have one. Legion Espanola. What do we get here? Get bonus for neck. 3 100% bonuses for armor. I think I remember this being like about 2, but like 3 is pretty sick actually. It almost gets us like down to medium tank 3, of course. I mean, okay, fair enough. Pretty good, and we'll have 1 research bonus for mech. So I guess we'll try maybe mech tanks. Mobile Warfare you know what? I didn't know that this would be Mobile Warfare Doctrine. I didn't remember, but we picked Mobile Warfare Doctrine. So, you know, where you go? Cash money. We get motorized production cost, division speed, motorized defense. Okay. Devoted officers. This gives recruitable pot factor, division attack and core territory, division defense and core territory. 2 research bonuses for radio. I guess it also apply to radar because you get 2 of them, obviously. 3 bonuses for support tech and 1 bonus for land research doctrine. So that's pretty tasty. We can join the Entente. Rebuild our economy. So if we join the Entente, we can get French advisors for amphibious invasion speed. We can get political power from Portugal. Consumer goods minus 3%. That's not bad. With Canadian advisors, we'll also get some naval stuff. 100 political power and a bunch of experience. Like, that's alright. So if you decided to come down over here, you get recruitable pot factor. I think we already looked at this. Yeah. If you went tertio, like if you went superior firepower, you would get requite, which gives you org, division attack, and division defense, 10%. Those are pretty nice buffs to have too. Infantry weapons, support artillery, 2x 50% bonuses. And supply consumption, planning speed, and max planning. Those are pretty nice army buffs, but like these research boosts are like a lot better. So I think I'll probably go with the, obviously because we already took mobile warfare, I'll be going with that side anyways. Rebuilding the economy. So we get our research slot here, research speed 5%, and I guess it'll kill the recovering economy, which we don't have yet. We're still aftermath of Black Monday. Industry boost, production efficiency cap, and factory output. That's not bad. Industrial research speed 10%. That's pretty good. Monthly population, recruitable population, and supply consumption. Very nice. This does nothing right now, but I guess we can get some military factories off there. It's called military factories. I assume it gives you military factories and some political power. Industry, military factories, civilian factories, electronics, infrastructure. A couple air bases. I mean, that kind of sucks, but you need that to get to this. Restauration. We have political power cost minus 10%, recruitable pot factor, stability, political power cost. Like, it's more of the same. Political power, war support, political power, stability, remove fractured society. So that's a pretty rough national spirit. But I think we need our tech research bonuses first. And we start researching stuff? That's odd. No. Let's check our techs. We have motorized, we have rifles, we have mountaineers. We have engineers and recon. We have the tanks that we picked, starting artillery. We have the mobile warfare doctrine that we picked. Now we're researching that. I think maybe is this because we waited for a bit, so like the AI was controlling it for a while. Maybe that's why they picked that stuff. We need different stuff though. Let's like right away get our medium tank. Go for tank rush. Our construction technology. Let's start on this next doctrine delay. So we'll go like that for now. We have 1.81 political power per day. So we'll be making political power. That's all right. We can't do any focus right now, anyways. 30% stability, 60% more support, 73.78k manpower, 10 factories, 4 mills, 4 civs, and we have half the stockpile. It's nice that we get half the stockpile though. Limited conscription, expert focus, civilian economy. We're occupying Euskadi. I don't even know what that is. I've never seen them before, but I guess that's actually a country you can play. Or at least release. So we have political power gain. Same ideology, monthly opinion, armor production cost -4, and daily political power gain +5 or 0.05. Psychology, maneuver, mass combat, and that's it. So we have only 3 there, despite the fact we have so many guys to pick from. Static defense, armored spearhead, decisive battle, elastic defense, guns and butter. So we have like most of the ones for this other one. Chief of Navy, we get base control, decisive battle, and open seas. And Air Force, we get vertical envelopment, air superiority, battlefield support. Breakthrough reliability and breakthrough at max speed. We get for tank manufacturers. We have a cruiser manufacturer and a small ship manufacturer. We have the air attack, agility, and range fighter manufacturer, so that's pretty cash money. A couple light bomber manufacturers, heavy bomber manufacturer. Soft attack and breakthrough guns, soft attack and defense guns. Production cost -10 for guns. Hardness and max speed for mech. Production cost for mech. And production cost reduction for artillery. And we have soft attack breakthrough for artillery. And then we have 10%. That's pretty average for industrial company, electronics and radar construction speed, refinery construction speed, and we have like I guess 2 of them. Decisions, we have the usual stuff, and because our navy is tiny, we have the naval decisions to build your own navy up. We have no agency, we can't afford the cost to make one. We have 3 research lots, we already looked at that. And we have, I guess, neutral relations with everyone except for the other Spanish factions in the Netherlands. Okay. That's odd, the Netherlands hates us. And we have 8 steel in our territory. We've got these factories over here. It's like, I mean, you know what? That's fine. We'll go with that for now. Logistics are pretty shit. Okay, so like that's where we're starting at here at Spain. We have not received Air Force yet. I'm not sure if there are Navy defections like there are in the Second American Civil War. Not that Navy is going to be all that big of a deal for us anyways. So usually... Alright, okay, there we go. Carlist Spain rises up. After a century of struggle, the legitimate cause has again risen up to bring justice and Christian rule back to Spain. Vivo Cristo Rey! So we'll get 2,000 rifles. I guess we get a bunch of guys who supported us. And we declare war. We get extensive conscription. We get recruitable population. That's what that law does. And we get that. Okay. And we get some units here. So what do we get? Do we get an Air Force? We get Navy. Alright, so we do get an Air Force, actually. Let's throw these guys. And, you know, they're probably fine where they are. Let's check out our general. So we do get some new guys over here. We have Gonzalo Quiapo de Leno, who is Trickster. We have Trickster and Commando. Mariano Gamir Uibari. Skilled Staffer and Cautious. Old Guard. Emilio Amola Vidal, who's an aggressive salter and Old Guard. And Harsh Leader. And Francisco Javier de Bourbon Parma, who is a inflexible strategist. Interesting. What are our templates like? That's a lot. Okay. Okay, so let's delete the things that we... what do we have here? Guardia Assalto. So we have like the same templates as we have over there, except we're called Guardia di Assalto. Carlist Militia, Armored Division. I mean, we'll keep that. Like, we might want that later. Mountaineers, like, maybe. Oh, that's interesting. 4 light tank, 4 motorized Armored Division. Motorized Armored Division 2. I think that's, we don't need that. We might want that. We don't need... We have another, we don't need this either. So, like, we have, like, a pretty fugly amount of, fugly amount of stuff here. Armored Division, like, if we have that with the, well, this is mixed armor and, infantry, though. We already have, like, this division, Organica 3, so, like, let's scrap this template. Armored division has a light tank symbol, that's fine. Okay, so we get 2 divisions with artillery and infantry equipment, it'll be 18 width. 5 divisions of 18 width militia. Or not even 18 width militia, these are 4 width, they're 8 width militia. Like, these are like real shitty units. I get 5 of them. And these guys are, yeah, these guys are just 18 width, and that's what you get here. Okay. And we have a pretty massive deficit of stuff. Like these guys, just convert them. Cancel. We'll convert these guys over to the rifle guys. And usually, I think it's probably safest to hold this river line. While we kind of try and sort ourselves out. Maybe we'll get an opportunity or something later. France supports us. The French government in Algiers decided to support our cause in the Civil War. It is possible that this is only due to their Catholic roots, but also because they hope to gain our support in retaking France. Great. That's nice national spirit. So that gives us planning speed, max planning, division org, and infantry equipment cost reduction. If you guys don't want to get caught out, we'll make sure we railroad you. So where would be the easiest part? Like, Madrid might be nice to take, actually. Let's, hills, hills, hills. Let's actually see if we can get some stuff over here. We'll get these 5 militia over to, maybe hold these tiles over here. Or you know what? Like, hold on. Wait, you guys to hold maybe these this range over here. Alright, hold on to that hills tile. Yes, we will accept volunteers from our friends here. So decisions, we can assassinate Infant 1. That seems like a long shot. Infant 1 is King Alfonso's regent as well as his heir. His death would through the Kingdom of Spain, I mean that's the wrong word there obviously. His death would throw the Kingdom of Spain into disarray and give us time to knock them out of the Civil War completely. So we could do that. I think I'm going to hold off on that though. Doesn't seem very Catholic, does it? Let's go for this guy. I'll put the militia under this old guard. And so if you're able to hold one tile across the river, it makes it easier for when you decide you want to push out. So wait for those militias to get into position. Why do we have negative medium tanks? We'll just use, I don't know, militias for that. And we don't have any resistance anyways. Now let's try that thing again. Like, we are going to have to micro pretty hard, and this seems like a good trick to use to micro. So look how these guys garrison Alaska. Get our field marshal order out. Yeah, with some planning bonus. So we do have some rifles, we do have a little bit of artillery, we're missing like a bunch of... Like, I'm not sure, we don't have any units that are using... Oh, we're training stuff. Okay. No. Does that affect our logistics at all? Like, maybe we do want to train something. Yeah, so we have 3.5k rifles. Let's start training some more, let's train some Division Organica right now. Let's see if we can go for this encirclement here. On these two Spanish units. And the AI is just going to stand there and let us do it, I guess. You pin, you pin. Pin here. Alright, there we go. And we might as well use our Air Force too. Strategic bombers, I don't think so. I think I'll just advanced strap bombers. We don't need those. Let's do that. You probably want that too. You know, let's take this guy and we'll put them on a different army with the offensive field marshal. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Dutch Revolution. I need might need some more help over there. See if we can just walk into Madrid. That'd be sick, wouldn't it? Alright, fall of Madrid. Our forces have taken the city of Madrid. We must scavenge what we can, and that will give us some infantry equipment at the cost of political power and some factor damage, or we can leave the city as it stands and we'll gain political power. Let's leave the city as it stands. Yeah, we're good Catholics. We're not into war crimes. That's like pretty risky, isn't it, though? Like, let's try it. I'll go for that encirclement. Guys, last stand, make sure we don't fall back there. It might be a little bit too early though. Rifles here, equipment shortage. Your forces are running into severe shortage of equipment. Unless we acquire more and quickly, our efforts in the field will be slowed to a standstill. It will mean turning to our allies for their old and outdated arms, likely at exorbitant prices, but we'll have little choice. Evidently hurling insults at our enemies is less effective than shooting them. Yeah, 100 PP. Let's get the guns, I guess. Give up that tile, it's fine. Give me that tile. What's right there? This is a hills tile. It's also a tile. We got some mountains over here though. That's the mountain tile. And those French tank units are like super annoying. Get to shorten our line. Rifles. Excellent. So the enemy has like a lot more planes than us. Yeah, they have a lot more planes than us. Look, that's a bit unfortunate. Also kill these guys over here. Big camouflage expert. We don't need to hold these planes styles, so equipment shortage. No, we'll do that. We need to increase our economy law. So maybe trust those volunteers a little bit. Go for another, some more pockets over here. That way. I guess our air, we can, like, these guys, like, don't have any fuel anymore, so we'll just hold them. Those bastards took Madrid back. Alright, so we get to farm that event again for like even more. park you in Madrid. We need to finish these guys off so we can like deal with the front line a bit more. Looks like these guys are running out of supplies finally. See if we were able to grab these guys over here as well. Yeah, equipment is a problem, isn't it? Of course. And we'll scavenge what we can. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to, yikes, that's actually pretty awful. Kind of reset myself there, I didn't mean to. What I wanted to do was take these guys over here and drop them onto different armies. We can just last stand them. Hopefully that'll be most of Kingdom of Spain's guys. We can just take their victory points here now. Got adios. Good Seville. Gibraltar. Romanian Volunteer Division arrives. The Mota Maran Legionary Corps have arrived. A gift from Romania's Prime Minister Captain Codreanu. Led by Alexandru Cantacuzino, these volunteers are eager and disciplined, and even if they lack real experience in warfare, we're eternally grateful for the captain. So we'll get a... let's actually throw you guys on the Red Army here. We'll have you down to Gibraltar. You going to Seville. Chile and Argentina pieced out. Looks like Chile went nationalist, so that's nice for the Chileans, isn't it? Or maybe not nice, depending on your alignment. I stand. Gibraltar and Cadiz. Gateway to the Mediterranean is ours! Reports from Gibraltar confirm that the fortress has been captured by Carlist troops after rapid landings and skirmishes across the coastal beach, with fighting moving towards the Rock of Gibraltar itself. Spanish forces put up a stiff resistance, hoping to delay the Carlist invaders for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. While the capture of Gibraltar itself was swift, skirmishes in the tunnels running through the rock island lasted until the evening. Or just the rock, yeah. Until the encircled and desperate Spanish garrison announced its formal surrender. The gateway to the Mediterranean is ours. Okay. So we have most of the war score there. We don't have La Mancha. Alright, so we've beaten the Kingdom of Spain. Now all that's left is to deal with these communist bastards. We cleared up our rifle situation anyways, so I mean that's nice. You guys move over this way. That's probably fine. See where we can make something happen. So like usual Civil War rules, like you can beat a militia unit with a regular infantry unit pretty easily. It's like maybe we go into here and then into that other guy. Go like that. What's our tank count like? We have 72 tanks. If you guys will get the you'd be the Division Organica with the tank there. I don't think we'll worry too much about the south for now. Trying to take this hill style. Counterattack that militia. You hold there. back up there. It's kind of unfortunate that we're at the wrong side of the river to make this push in, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see if we can knock out this guy over here and circle these guys. Surprised these guys aren't just walking forward, but you know, the AI is pretty dumb, so there you go. Starting to walk into the north. No, we just have you help out over here. That's fine. So kill these guys. And we'll decide we want to do. There's a couple tiles here with only one militia that we could try and break through. Our tank to not be pinned in defense, so. Damn it, please. Some of that. Equipment shortage. Let's see here. Let's take the guns, I guess. See if we can help out over southern Iberia. See if we can get something done over here. We do have a number of artillery pieces actually. Let's use that. It's not let those guys reorg. He'll take some more guns, I guess. Chicago is kill. See if we can clean up in the south a little bit. Washington is fallen. Keep those guys locked down. Of course, those French tanks, like always, super annoying to have to fight against, aren't they? What's their tank count at? Plus 10, not a whole lot. Thanks for the lend lease, Canada. Appreciate it. You guys hold. Japan announces ambitions. It's nice for Japan. Just keep buying those guns, I guess. Alright. Those fuckers took Madrid again. I mean, that's alright. I mean, I guess we can just scavenge it. This is starting to get pushed back, like, kind of a lot. It's starting to become a little bit of an issue. Like, as long as like we're not getting encircled though, it's like we're encircling them. Like we'll win eventually, even if we keep having to do these trades. Kill a French tank there too. Saudi-Omani War. for them, I guess. Buy the guns again. It's fine. Go take Barcelona. I'll try and defend over there again. Great, CNT FAI surrenders. So you can kind of see like the AI is like really not aggressive enough. We had lots of gaps they could be exploiting and they didn't. We were able to kind of hold them in place like long enough and just sweep around and like take their tiles there. So there we go. So we've won in May 1938. CNT FAI surrenders. With Barcelona taken and the remainder of the Red Spanish forces routed, the anarchists have finally realized the futility of their position and admitted defeat. Well, this is almost certainly not the end of the syndicalists in Spain. This is at least a defeat they will not soon forget. For now, the CNT FAI banner, tattered and worn, is vanquished from the political landscape. Excellent news. And we're basically at our time here, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Love you, Freeman, son.